Hello everybody, we got a one-way and a two-way fluorescent light fixture out. Thought I'd just show you the way that these work, because you probably don't know how these work, because this one is one switch and this one's got two. Well, you may have seen the Black Lightning 2 video that I posted, the one before with the close-up, but I decided to do a close-up with these. Both these fixtures. You see, one of them's a double and one of them's a single. And I thought I'd just show you why I have them set up like that. And with these you might remember what these are. This is the golden one and this is the white one. I haven't spray painted this one. I probably might not spray paint. I might just leave it just the way it is. But this one I have spray painted gold. Give it a nice gold or brass finish. And then of course they're both the exact same thing. The only difference is that this fixture here is suitable for a T12 tube, but this one isn't. There is another one of these which is suitable for a T12. This is called a super fluorescent light fixture. Super. This is a super one, this is just a standard one. The super ones are designed for a T12. This is the Super Gold Hawk, I should call it. Super Gold Hawk and the White Hawk fluorescent light fixtures. Okay, so that's what I'm going to call them. Gold Hawk and White Hawk. Okay, and the Gold Hawk is the single way pattern. You should know that by now. There's only one switch and one tube. So there's only one function on this one. And it's single. The White Hawk is the two-way pattern, which means you have two functions. You can have one tube on at a time. You can have left tube on, or right tube, or both. There are your functions for this particular fluorescent light. It's actually three ways, I actually call it two-way. And these have the backs of the fixtures. I'll show you. I'll turn them around so you can see the backs. And of course, you have these. Of course, you have your extension feet. These little things on the back. What these do is that they stop the fixture from wobbling, because you have those rings there for the strap to clip on, and sometimes these can cause the fixture to wobble if it's sitting on the back. That's why I put these on to stop that. And these are very flat and sturdy and it prevents wobblage. Okay, and of course the strap it will take would look like this. I have a separate video on these straps. If you just search for that one, and they clip onto the rings. These hooks clip onto that ring on both fixtures, and you can carry it on your back, or you can actually clip this on it and hang it like that. You know, if you're going camping or anything and you want light, you can use that. You can clip these on, clip it into these. You can hang it up. Very easy to do. You can do this with fluorescent lights. All you need is just some key rings. You slide them through. Get some blocks, double side tape them on. Get some cable holders. Wire it up with a cable, get some cable holders, put that on, get a switch, wire the switch in, and then you got your own light fixture set up. Okay, now you can see, if you can slightly see now, I'll go get my light over here. If you can see in there, you can see how the switch is wired. As you can see, there's two little wires going in there. That's how the switch is wired. Okay, so of course I'm going to be firing these up just to show you how the functions work. So I've got the Gold Hawk and the White Hawk fluorescent strip lights. One's double, single, and single. Okay, one way and two way. Okay, and of course these are both for LED and fluorescent. Of course I have them set up for fluorescent. I can alter set them up to LEDs very easy. Just go remove the starters, and that's very easy to do. Now some people you can bypass the ballast if you want to, but for safety and violations, I don't do it. I just let the LED tubes run on the ballast, and it works fine. Anyway, there's no need to bypass them. Of course, yep, so this is a one-way, this is two-way. Okay, so we're going to, and of course with this one I had to draw lines on there so that way I know which starter controls what, because I got confused. Okay, so let's turn on the gold one first, the Gold Hawk. The Super Gold Hawk, and we'll fire them up. They're the names I've given these patterns. Of course, in the first videos I've made of these, they do not have their names, but now they have names, so you can So whenever you watch those videos, if you watch this video first, you can go back and watch those other 2 videos I posted. And you can call them the Gold Hawk and the White Hawk. Okay, the Gold Hawk is plugged in. Of course, I have it operating on that switch. Now let's get the tube over here. And of course, I have some coloured lamps here. Ooh. If you can remember this is the blue one. I'll just slide out the sleeve. We'll stick it in. Oh, got to get the cord out of the way. And we'll stick it in. I'll show you how a one-way fluorescent light works. This way, get the tube in. Okay, tube's in. Okay, now I'm going to fire it up and show you how one-way works. Here we go. Okay, see, it just works one way. Just the switch just turns the light on. It doesn't do anything. Because with single tube battens, you only have one tube and you have one function. If I were to have a free tube batten, I don't have one of those, a free tube batten. A free tube batten would be a freeway, so it would have 3 switches because you have 3 tubes. Okay, so that way you have 3 functions on it. You can have 1 tube, you can have the left tube on, the middle tube, or the right tube. You can have left and the middle tube on. You can have the left and right tubes on, the middle and the right, or you can have all 3. Those are the different functions of that one. If I can get hold of a free tube batten, that'll be pretty cool. So I'll fire this up again. Yep, that's all it does. That's all you get out of that one. Okay? Now we'll do the 2-way. Unplug it. And of course I just happen to have brought out 2 tubes. So we'll stick the blue one in this side. And I'll plug the fixture in. Just get the cord out of here. Okay, I have this fixture running on that switch. So I'll bring it over, get the cord out underneath there. And of course I brought out the red tube as well. Remember this red tube from the Black Lightning 2 video? This scary looking tube. The evil looking one. It's back in business. So I'll slide it in. Okay, now I'll show you how a 2-way batten works. So, here we go. This is how a 2-way works. So, we'll throw the top switch. And it turns on that side. Ignore that. Sorry, ignore that. It's just some pets next door in the other room chasing each other. See, now that's the red tube. That's the 1-way. That's 1-way. Turn that off. And that's 2. Sorry about that. Just ignore that. I'll deal with that later. So that's 2 ways. Okay? Or this way. There's your 2-way function. You can have 1 on or 2. So it becomes a 1-way when you have 1 tube on. It becomes a 2-way when you have that or that. So there's your functions. 2-way, okay? And of course this theme is a cool, cold and hot theme. And guess what? You know those large green tubes? They are available still. They're going to get them restocked. Finally, and I can finally get a large green, and I'll show you a Christmas theme with this particular light. Okay, so there's some coloured lamps for you, or I can throw both switches at once and get a double blink fest. Okay, so that's it. That's a 2-way and a 1-way function. Of course, we'll take these out of here, and I'm going to unplug it. Yes, so that's the White Hawk, the 2-way batten. The only reason I called it that was because I just wanted to give it a good name. Just like I did with Black Lightning 1 and Black Lightning 2. I gave them good names. And I heard you're probably wondering where Hawk came from. Well, it's pretty much named after a handgun. The Ruger handguns. If you've heard of those. That's where I got the name from. There's a Ruger Red Hawk and a Ruger Black Hawk. They're the type of guns that are used over in the US. That's where I got the name from. I heard that they were nice gun companies, so I decided to name a couple of lights after them. It's no defense against the gun or anything, it's just the way I name them. So, you have the Super Gold Hawk and the Super White Hawk. Sorry, it's just the White Hawk. I haven't got a Super White Hawk. Super White Hawk would have bigger lamp holders, which will allow me to fit a T12 tube in this batten. The only reason you can't fit a T12 tube in here is because sometimes they catch on the starter or the plate. With that one, the lamp holders are a tad higher, and you can fit a T12 tube. I don't have a large T12 tube on me at the moment, or maybe I might have a large T12 tube. Of course, I took all my big boxes of tubes out of here because they were taking up too much room. They're in the spare room. Okay, so that's what you can do, and I'll show you how the rings work if you like. So clip hook on here. That's what I can get it on. See, that clips onto there, or like that, and that will allow you to hang it up on from a tent or somewhere, or you can get hooks that clip into there. And the strap clips on like so. This is your strap, and some rifles have a strap on them. That's pretty much where I got the idea from, to have a strap clipped fluorescent lights. There you go, it clips on there like that. You clip on the outside and you carry it on your back like a rifle. So that's very easy to do. Now, of course, with this one you can't see how the switch is lighting because it's just concealed. On the other one it had 3 holes, this one has 2. Only the Super White Hawk. If I had a Super White Hawk, it'd have 3 holes, but this one's just a standard White Hawk. Yeah, so that is the 2 basic types of ways these lights work, and there is actually a third basic type, a 3-way, and there can be a 4-way. 4-way would have 4 switches, 4 functions. Yes, 4 functions. But these ones just have 1 and 2. So they're your functions of those 2 fluorescent lights. Same thing with black lightning 1 and black lightning 2. They have functions like that. And all of the single tube battens will have just 1-way functions. So, I guess that is all I have to say. This is getting a long video. And, yes, that's it. And I hope you enjoyed.